That little self-massage, bring warmth into the back of the neck, dragging those finger pads up and over the shoulder tops, all the way to the collarbone. And then just take a couple taps there. Thymus gland just activating here. And then again, just take a couple sweeps and just notice what you notice is going on there. And you can bring your finger pads into the center right there underneath the neck, right at T1, and just drag them across maybe to the sides of the neck. Drag them over the shoulders. Or you can even bring your finger pads inside that hollow spot right at the base of the skull. Press the finger pads in and then drag them along the lower part of that curvature out towards the ears. And just see if the muscles feel pliable or if they're taut like a rope. Good. So you always want to know where you're starting. And then lastly, take that coffee mug one more time, warm the palms. And when you have the warmth in the palms, just cup the eyes. Just let the heat of the palms just soften all of that area around the eyes. Use your finger pads on the third eye center or the forehead and just massage there just a bit. Bring them over to the temples. Nice circular motion with the finger pads there. Bring them down to the top of the jawbone. Open up the jaw. Close it, and then just kind of pinch your way down the jaw to the chin. And then back up. Just waking up all the face muscles there. And then lastly, just pulling on the earlobes. Nice. So we're going to start this new series this week on mind-body connection. And while that might sound a little too woo-woo for you, we're going to work more into the subtle body. Even though we're going to be working the physical body like we are, our focus is going to be more internal. So mind-body connection, is it real? Well, do you get butterflies in your stomach when you get all excited? Or do you get stomach cramps when you feel fear? Do you bunch up? There's a lot that your body and your brain talk about constantly. So whatever emotion you're feeling in your body, it's going to land somewhere, and it's going to also reflect in your brain. So we're going to be tapping into that this week. Today, we're just going in through the emotional shoulders. The emotional shoulders. When you're tensed up, your shoulders tense up, right? When you feel sad or defeated, what happens? Your shoulders kind of round in. Or when you feel excited and proud and you just open up. So all of that reflects in your brain, reflects in your mood. So we want to pay conscious attention not only on our mat, but off of our mat, how we carry ourselves all day. Can we open up our chest and can we shine that heart forward, or do we round in during the day? So anyway, that's the focus for today, our shoulders and releasing any tension. And tension is different than tightness, but yoga can always help with both. So I'm taking a nice comfortable seat. Join me here. Take a moment, bring those shoulder tips up to the ears. Squeeze them down the back so the shoulder blades come together and down. And just roll through the shoulders here. Maybe you'll hear a little bit of popping. Take it the opposite way. And then come back to center. And on your inhale, take the arms out to the side and draw them up. So really extend up. And the biceps initially don't have to come by the ear. It's very, very early. But the goal is to open up the soft tissue under the arms, to open up the lats, and to extend the side body. And then from here, bring the hands down in front of you, nice and flat. We're going to walk the hands forward. So as you walk the hands forward, see if you can keep a straight spine and the neck right in line with the spine. As you reach that point where you feel like you want to round, press into your palms, send the hips back. Draw the belly in and maybe slide those hands a little bit further. Here, use your breath. Take a big inhale, draw the belly in, and see if you can soften the shoulders down. And this is where we notice our range of motion right here, using the breath to soften. So big breath in, and a long, slow breath out. We'll walk our hands over to the right, bringing the chest, rotating it towards that right thigh, reaching those left fingertips as far on a diagonal as you can. I like to bring my right hand right outside my hip, which is tented fingers on my mat. I press into those tented fingers and it allows me to rotate my chest open just a little bit more. Again, we don't want to collapse in the chest. We want that nice, proud chest here. So take a deep breath in this twist and then relax the body as you relax the breath. One more big inhale and exhale, soften where you can soften. We're going to keep the torso just as it is. Walk those hands back towards that right knee. Place the left hand outside the knee. Take that right arm behind you. Press into tented fingers. Get nice and tall first. Then take a gentle twist to the right. So notice that back shoulder. Did it just hike up? Can you soften that back shoulder? Just let it go. Nice breath. Maybe use those eye muscles to see how far back you can see. Belly's drawn in, spine is nice and tall. One more breath. We're going to take the back hand, take it up to the ceiling. So keep the hands secure on the outside of the knee. Raise the right arm again, find the extension. Now, if you're feeling a little tight in this pose, you can always take that left hand to the shin, right? You don't have to keep it hooked. So find some place that you can hold on to and then reach up and then take that arm overhead. So a little side stretch again, but a stretch through that soft tissue under the arms. Our lymphatic system is there. So open it up, keep the elbow back, keep the chest nice and proud, and take a breath. Top arm's going to come down and make contact with the left thigh or the left knee. So we crisscross at the elbows in the center of the chest. Take a moment now. Nice straight spine, right? Drop the chin into the throat. So beginning to feel some length here in the back of the neck. Just notice what that feels like. Take a full breath. And then we'll pick up those hands, keep the crisscross because we're going to find our eagle arms. So crossing, maybe binding at the wrist. Maybe it's just holding on to the top of the shoulders this morning and just stacking through the elbows. Wherever you are, bring those elbows up shoulder height and begin to notice the opening in the back of the shoulder blades here. So there we're opening up the back of the shoulder tips, shoulder joint, and the shoulder blades. Take a deep breath, draw the belly in, lift the hands towards the ceiling, maybe lift the gaze as well. Small arch in the back. Take a deep breath. And on the exhale, let's curl it in and round. Chin comes in, elbows come in, hands and head come down towards the mat. We're going to pause here again, set the sit bones back, and begin to notice from that tailbone, rolling all the way up the spine, a little bit of space. Breathe into the space behind the shoulder blades. Keep that chin tucked so you feel the length in the back of the neck, and enjoy 2 breaths here. Big breaths in, spreading through those shoulder blades, and exhaling, softening where you can soften. One more deep breath here, and let it go. Finding your inhale, using your core, draw that arm structure back. Maybe continue with the arch in the spine as the hands go towards the ceiling. And then bring those elbows shoulder level, unravel, cactus the arms back, wide expanse across the chest. And slowly release the hands beside the body and change the crossing of your leg. So the other shin on top. Inhale, reaches the arms up. Find that extension, maybe the gaze. Drop the hands to the mat, and we're just taking it second side. So walk the hands forward any amount without curling into the spine. As soon as you feel like you've reached that limit, press into those palms so you can send the hips back. Tuck the belly in and take that deep breath. And as you exhale, just see if you can inch the fingers just a little bit more, finding space again in the back of the shoulders. Full deep breath. Again, stretching through the lats on the side, underneath those shoulders. And then we're going to take a walk to the left. So just taking those arms off to the left. Right arm's going to extend out a little bit more now as we begin to stretch from that hip all the way to the shoulders to the fingers. Again, if you took that option with me, that you put tented fingers on the left hand next to your hip, press into those tented fingers, use that to help you rotate the chest a little bit more to the left, and then simply soften over that left thigh. So we're reaching with the right hand, but keeping the rotation using that left hand. And then take a breath. Keeping the torso where it is. Walk those hands back. We'll tuck that right hand around the left thigh. We'll bring the left fingertips behind us. Press into those fingertips. Get nice and tall. Then take that rotation to the left, a gentle twist. I only bring my head around to the side because I don't want to bring any impingement into my neck. Soften that back shoulder because it wants to hike up. Just let it go down a little bit. And then use those eye muscles again to see how far back you can see. Belly's drawn in, spine is nice and tall. Full deep breath in. And a nice slow breath out. Next inhale, we're going to lift that back arm up to the ceiling. So really stretching here. And again, notice the space underneath the arm, reaching up. And then taking it over, bicep by the ear, elbows back, proud chest here, reaching those fingertips towards the right so you get a nice stretch again down the left side. Easy breath here. One more inhale. And then on the exhale, left hand's going to come over and connect with either that right thigh or the right knee, crisscrossing at the elbows at the center of the chest. Sit up nice and tall first, and then just tuck in that chin. Again, just noticing the back of the neck, the cervical spine, those 7 discs that are right there. Big inhale, softening exhale. And then we'll pick up those hands. We'll find the eagle on this side, whatever eagle is good for you on this side. Lift those elbows up shoulder height, maybe the hands a little bit more away from the face. Draw in the belly, take in a deep breath, and lift the hands up towards the ceiling, opening again the back of the shoulders and the shoulder blades. And then exhale, draw it in. Elbows come in, hands, head come down, curve through the spine. And then soften here. Softening the curve of the spine, opening up through the shoulder blades. 2 full rounds of breath. Head hangs. Next, inhale, engage the core. Let's lift those elbows back up. Lift the hands back up to the ceiling. Reach, reach, reach. Maybe the gaze goes with it. And bring the elbows back shoulder height. Release, find that cactus, find that chest wide open. And then draw the hands down beside the body and take a couple shoulder rolls here. Nice work. Roll over onto all fours. Enjoy a couple cat-cows. So spreading the fingers wide, stacking through the joints. So my breath is different than yours. You do your cat-cow this morning. Press into the palms, let that belly drop as you lift the chest towards the top of the mat. Tailbone rises at the same time. Nice arch. Then press into the palms as you tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin in, round through those shoulders like you could touch the ceiling. And then come back, dropping the belly, big inhale. And then exhale all the air out as you round in. Couple more on your own. And returning to that neutral table here, begin to walk the hands forward. We're moving into that heart melting pose. So if you want to do this one arm at a time, that's always an option. One arm just extends as far forward as it can. The forehead comes down to the mat. The chest lowers towards the mat. The hips stay right over the knees. If you're using both hands, the same. Walk them as far forward. Keep the hips back like I'm holding on to your hips, but somebody's pulling your arms forward. See if you can find that space underneath the arms. See if you can relax that chest down just a little bit more. Take 2 full breaths. Keep that belly engaged just to help protect the spine. No sag in the spine here. Deep breath in. This is a big one. Let it go nice and slow. Nice. Press into the palms, walk the hands back towards the body. So you're back into that table. Float one last cat and cow just to release the spine. And then we'll move into knees together, child's pose. So untuck the toes, flatten the feet. Set the hips back towards the heels. Slide the hands out to the side and down by your feet as you bring the chest to the thighs, the head to a block or your mat. Palms are up right next to your feet. So the shoulders get a chance here now to relax and round in. So head on the block or the mat. Shoulders just let go here. Feel the breath. The ribs expand on the thighs. A good time to breathe into that back body, to breathe into the space between the shoulder blades, the back of the lungs, the back ribs. Let everything settle. And if you want just a little bit more of an opening, you can stack your palms on your spine, letting those elbows be heavy. Or if your wrists are accommodating you this morning, maybe you find that reverse prayer at the back of the heart. And then again, use the weight of the elbows just to release and relax. And we'll close our practice here. If you have the luxury of time, please turn off your device. Spend a few moments with yourself in Shavasana. I'll look for you tomorrow, Tuesday, same time. Namaste.